Hello, warriors. Imagine waking up every morning with a bank account that deposits 86,400 seconds in your life. You cannot save them, borrow more, or carry them forward to tomorrow. Whatever you don't use disappears forever. Now think for a moment, where do those seconds actually go? Some are spent chasing dreams, learning new skills, build relationships, and creating something meaningful, but many are quietly stolen by endless notifications, social media scrolling, unnecessary meetings, and distractions that seem harmless in the moment but become costly over time. Here's a surprising fact: the average person checks their phone dozens, sometimes hundreds of times each day. Each interruption may last only a few seconds, but every interruption breaks our concentration, forcing our brain to start over again. Carl Newport begins deep work with a powerful idea. Our greatest challenge today is not a lack of intelligence or opportunity, it's a lack of focus. In a world where everyone is distracted, the person who can concentrate deeply has a tremendous advantage. Deep work is not about working longer hours, it is about working with complete attention. It's about replacing constant busyness with meaningful progress. As we explore this book, we will discover that success is not determined by how much we do, but by how deeply we engage with what truly matters. Chapter 1: Deep Work is Valuable. Cal Newport explains that the modern world has changed dramatically. Machines can now perform repetitive tasks, artificial intelligence can generate content in seconds, and businesses can hire talented people from anywhere in the world. In such an environment, average work is becoming less valuable every day. So what makes someone truly irreplaceable? The answer is the ability to perform difficult work with complete concentration. When we work deeply, our brain functions at its highest level. We understand complex ideas more quickly, solve problems more creatively, and produce work that stands out from the crowd. Imagine two students preparing for the same examination. One studies for 8 hours but checks social media every few minutes. The other studies only 4 hours with complete concentration. At the end of the month, who do you think remembers more? Who performs better? Most likely, it is the student who focused deeply rather than the one who simply spent more time sitting at the desk. This chapter teaches us that quality of focus is far more important than quantity of time. In today's world, focus has become a superpower because so few people possesses it. Chapter 2: Deep Work is Rare. If deep work is so valuable, why don't more people practice it? Because modern society often celebrates busyness instead of productivity. Think about a typical workday. People proudly say they attended 6 meetings, replied to 200 emails, and stayed busy from morning until evening. But if you ask them what meaningful achievement they accomplished that day, many struggle to answer. Cal Newport reminds us that being constantly occupied does not necessarily mean we are making progress. Imagine a hamster running endlessly on a wheel. It moves all day with incredible energy, yet it never actually reaches a destination. Many people live their life exactly this way, constantly active but making very little meaningful progress. The chapter encourages us to stop measuring success by how busy we appear and start measuring it by the value we create. Chapter 3: Deep Work is Meaningful. One of the most inspiring ideas in the book is that deep work does not just make us more successful, it makes us happier. Newport introduces the concept of flow, a mental state where we become completely absorbed in what we are doing. During flow, time seems to disappear. We forgot about distractions because our entire attention is focused on one meaningful challenge. Think about a musician lost in a beautiful melody, a artist painting for hours without noticing the time, or a programmer solving a difficult problem with complete concentration. These peoples are not merely working, they are experiencing one of the most satisfying states the human mind can achieve. Ironically, many people search for happiness through endless entertainment, but Newport argues that lasting fulfillment comes from creating something meaningful through focused effort. The chapter reminds us that the deepest satisfaction in life comes not from avoiding challenges. Rule 1: Work deeply. Knowing the importance of deep work is only the beginning. The real challenge is making it a daily habit. Newport explains that successful people don't wait until they feel motivated. Instead, they create routines that make focus automatic. Just an athlete trained at fixed times every day. Knowledge workers should schedule uninterrupted periods for most important tasks. He suggests creating rituals, work in the same place at the same time with a clear goal. These routines train the brain to enter a focused state more easily. Imagine planting a tree. It does not grow overnight, but if you water it consistently every day, it eventually becomes strong enough to withstand storms. Deep work develops in the exactly same way. Small periods of focused practice, repeated consistently, eventually transform into extraordinary ability. The lesson is simple. If you don't intentionally schedule deep work, shallow work will fill every available moment. Rule 2. Embrace boredom. Modern technology has made boredom almost impossible. The moment we stand in a queue, wait for a bus, or sit alone for a few moments, we instantly reach for our phones. Newport argues that this habit is quietly damaging our ability to concentrate. Our brain has become addicted to constant stimulation. Our brains have become addicted to constant stimulation. As a result, sitting quietly with a difficult task feels uncomfortable because we have trained ourselves to expect continuous entertainment. He encourages us to practice being bored. Instead of immediately reaching for our phones, we should allow our minds to think, reflect, and simply exist without external stimulation. At first, this feels uncomfortable, but gradually our attention grows strongly. Just as muscle becomes stronger through exercise, concentration becomes stronger through moments of intentional silence. Rule 3. Quit social media. This chapter often surprises readers because Newport doesn't say that social media is completely bad. Instead, he asks us to evaluate whether each digital tool genuinely supports the life we want to build. He encourages readers to stop asking, "Is this app useful?" and instead ask, "Is this app helping me to become the person I want to be?" Imagine carrying a backpack while climbing a mountain. Every unnecessary item may seem light on its own, but together they make the journey more difficult. Social media distractions works the same way. Each notification seems small, but together they drain our energy, attention, and creativity. Newport encourages us to become intentional about technology rather than allowing technology to control us. Rule 4. Drain the shallows. Not every task deserves equal importance. Newport divides work into two categories. Deep work creates lasting value, while shallow works consist of routine activities like email, paperwork, and unnecessary meetings. Although shallow work is sometimes necessary, it should never dominate our schedule. He encourages readers to plan each day carefully, reserve their best hours for meaningful work, and reduce activities that merely create the illusion of productivity. Imagine a jar filled up with large rocks, the small stones, and the sand. If you fill the jar with sand first, the rocks will never fit. But if you place the large rock first, everything else will find its place. Our lives works the same way. The most important task should come first, while smaller responsibilities should fit around them. Conclusion. The future belongs to the focused. By the end of deep work, Cal Newport leaves us with a life-challenging realization. Cal Newport leaves us with a life-changing realization. Our attention shapes our destiny. Each day, the world asks for a peace of mind. Advertisement demands our attention. Social media competes for our time. Emails, messages, and endless notifications interrupt our thoughts before they have a chance to become meaningful ideas. The question is not whether distractions exist, they always will. The real question is whether we will allow them to control our lives. Think of sunlight spreading across the ground. It provides warmth, but when the same sunlight passes through a magnifying glass, it becomes powerful enough to ignite a fire. Our attention works in exactly the same way. Scattered attention produces ordinary results, while focused attention creates extraordinary achievements. Ultimately, deep work is not simply a book about productivity. It's a reminder that the lives we build depends on where we consistently place our attention. Every masterpiece, every scientific discovery, every successful business, every meaningful relationship, and every personal achievement begins with a simple choice to focus on what truly matters. As Carl Newport's message reminds us, in a world full of distraction, the ability to focus is no longer just an advantage, it's a superpower. So, this is the video about deep work, guys. If you like the video,